Aha, I'm rather impressed with how Prince Oliver has come along. No matter how he chooses to act from here on, he will have his uses to be certain. You would say that, given that you think everyone is your pawns. There's me, the prince, the society. Indeed, and I am much the same. We are but pawns on the vast game board that is the Empire, where a thrill like no other will take place. But it's because you too wish to see how that game plays out that you've chosen to stand with me, is it not? Well, hey, what can I say? Just don't forget that this piece right here might not be loyal forever. And such betrayal will be perfectly fine by me. Or did you honestly think I'd never consider the possibility it may happen? Just thought I'd come out and say it. How are the Iron Bloods doing, by the way? They're all doing well, by the sound of it. At the rate things are going, there's a chance all of the prince's efforts will be for naught. Perhaps I ought to hold back on them a little. You sure don't pull any punches, do you? You know something? I wouldn't write him off so easily if I were in your shoes. What? Hey. Look at that Arsail go. What? Olivier. Yeah, it's actually really sick. These look like rose petals? If you look at the windows on the right-hand side of the airship, you'll be able to see the famous high-speed cruiser, the Arsail. We've been informed that it's on its way to the Imperial capital with Prince Oliver. I can't read this fast. I think that said they're going back to Arabonia. I give thanks to Adios for the good fortune to have been able to meet you today. May your journey be filled with beautiful roses and her blessings. And of course, may your journey to your homes be a safe and pleasant one. This marks the end of this message. Or his message. No words. Just peace out, losers. I never thought there was a bigger dumbass in this world than me, and yet here we are. Very well, debaucherous prince. I look forward to seeing what you can do. Show me how long you can hold out against me. Story's probably gonna end here. Return to the Empire, finished. Alright, so that was neat. You get to see Olivier going back to Arabonia, and obviously in Cold Steel, he's in Cold Steel, because he's from Arabonia. Divine Eye sounds interesting. It's a wind quartz? 8 wind, 5 water, earth, and fire? That is amazing. It's really good. That's amazing. I'll put that on someone. Let's go pick up Richard and do his door. Actually, I should probably go see if I can do the other door, the one that's like 400 battles. If I can't, then we need to save that one for like after Abyss.
Understood.
Piece of cake.
Which one was it? Star Door. This is Ren's. We did Ren's. Overcome a trial. We did that one. This is Richard's. Only those who have struggled. Yes, this is the one. Hello. If I can't open this door, the order we do this is going to be... Yeah, okay, I didn't think so. Do Richard's door, then we do Abyss. And when we're in Abyss, we just gotta do a good bit of fights. I was gonna ask if you did Abyss. No, literally all we did was that door. That door took like 40-ish minutes. That was the entire door. I've only been streaming for like 40 minutes. That door was the whole stream. We're gonna do Abyss today. I mean, we don't have much left. We can't do this door now. We have to find the 15th one. I need to do 400 battles, but if I need to do 400 battles anyway, I might as well just do Abyss before that. And this is Richards, which we're going to do right now. So after Richards, we'll only have these two, and then the one we have to find. We can't do 14 anyway, so we're definitely going to do Abyss after this. My goal for today's stream is to finish Abyss and finish all the doors, at the very least. That's my goal. And then next stream could be the end of the game. Oh, don't make me do a battle here. I'm not sure if they're gonna have me do a battle. Okay, good. Just a memory fragment. I remember going into the Ren door and I had to fight a bunch of stuff and she was not prepared. Oh my, look at all this. I hope it will prove useful. What is Richard wearing here? I see. You sure found out a lot. With this many potential sales routes, I've got nothing to fear. I'll be able to make my move into Erebonian capital as soon as I'm ready with this kind of information. Okay, on the model, the outfit looks weird, but now it looks, like, normal. It looks kind of clean. You asked us to investigate the situation with regards to Orban sales in Erebonia. So I centered my investigation around stores in the region itself. And you did a fantastic job, too. Still, the problem of transport remains. After all, old Borden's got his grubby hands all over him from international liners already. It's true the Borden family has preferential access to 40% of the load capacity of international airliners leaving Liberl for Erebonia. However, they are no longer the only available option. They are now private carriers as well. There are now private carriers, rather. Here are some supplementary materials regarding the issue. My, you certainly come prepared, don't you? I forgot Kanon existed. Or Amalthea. Whatever we call her. Well, this request ended up taking a little longer than originally anticipated. Consider this a little extra honest in exchange. I like those who think 2 steps ahead. You sure you don't want to come and work for me? I'd pay you handsomely. I'm certainly flattered you think highly enough of my skills to offer. I'm not sure I have what it takes to be successful in the cutthroat world of business, though. I'm a rather timid man, you see. Come now, you can't fool me. Oh well, do keep my offer in mind, would you? Please allow us to escort you out. Oh, since I have you here, maybe I should give you one more thing to look into. I've already had Simon get started, but I'm not sure he's up to the task. I'd be happy to help if I can. Will this be another request to research a foreign market? It certainly will. Ah, look what you've got over there. Perfect. This place right here. Orid State. That's an unusual choice. It's quite a small place. That just makes it easier to seize a majority in the market. Small as it is, it's not like it isn't accessible by airliner, and what market there may be, there is all but free for taking right now. So you want us to research the potential size of the market there, in other words? Shall we focus entirely on the orbit market, or broaden the scope of our investigation and look into the market in general? The market in general. Do you think you can do it? With ease. I'll get in touch with one of our staff members stationed near the state right away, and begin weighing options. That's what I wanted to hear. I'll be back here next week anyway, we can discuss the details then. Ta-ta! Until then, take care. Yeah, they call her Khan on here, but I know she also goes by Amalthea. Or it's quite far inland. Weren't the Rains brothers in that general area of the continent? Yes, they are. I'll get in contact with them later. Thank you. She's not a merchant of boast for nothing, is she? She's always coming in with such ambitious requests. She's not half as ambitious as you are. I think you may be overestimating me a little there. Well, can you show our next visitor in? Certainly. Hello there, Alan. Sorry for dropping in on you again. I just wanted to get your input on another little something regarding this city's finances. Oh, that won't be a bother at all. Please take a seat. I love Ruran's music. So what exactly can I help you with today? I was gonna say, there's no way that's it. These star doors are like respectable length. That Mueller Olivier one was easily the longest, I think. The only other longer star door I can think of was probably the Raven Gang one, just because we had the fight in it. But cutscene-wise, that Mueller Olivier one was long, but it did a lot of setup. These star doors are normally like a respectable length. All seems to be going rather well with this business now, don't you think? Indeed, although I admit it's taking me time to adjust my days being so peaceful, I do miss having a sense tension in my life. That's something you'll just have to live with, I'm afraid. We're civilians now, not soldiers. That's true enough. In any case, it's an honor to be able to live and work with you in the city where you were born, Your Excellency. Kanan, I really would prefer if you address me as Sir now. My apologies, sir. There's no need to apologize. Well, I think we should probably go inside. I'm not sure I like the look of the sky. Huh? It couldn't be. Sir, is something the matter? Oh, it's nothing of much importance. I just noticed we seem to have mistakenly received another letter intended for the mayor. It's understandable that it keeps happening given that this building was previously his, but it's a tad troublesome nonetheless. I suppose I better go and deliver it to him. It could be something important. Now, sir? Couldn't it wait? It seems like it's gonna start raining any minute. It's not too far. Even if it does start raining, I won't be exposed to it for long. Can I ask you to handle the regular reports in the meantime? I don't know, man. It sounds like thunder out there. Yes, of course. And then Richard was swallowed by the thunder plains, never heard from again. There's no mistaking it. That letter was sealed in a special way we use in the intelligence division. The letter itself is a meaningless decoy. The real message is concealed in how the envelope itself is sealed. It means come to the landing port. Someone from the intelligence division is calling me in hopes of speaking to me. Most likely because they bear a deep-seated resentment towards me and what I did to them. And I have a duty to go and see them. After all, I was their commander. I was the one who pushed their life off the rails and ruined their future. I've been waiting for you. So it was you, Sender. Indeed, it's good to see you again, Colonel. I'm pleased to see you're still well. This dude is named Sender. I'm not a colonel anymore, Sender. Though I feel as though saying as much as become a hobby. No one around me seems willing to correct themselves. I'm aware, but today I intend to address you as Colonel nonetheless. I called you here because I have something I need to ask you. I hope you can forgive me for forcing you to come out here with the weather so poor. If I can ask your questions, I will. If I can answer your questions, I will. Don't feel as if you need to hold back on my account. If you can't accept something in the answer I give you, by all means say so. Then I'll get straight to the point. Why'd you leave the army behind, Colonel? What happened to the love for your country? I see you at least returned to the military. I was relieved to see that in truth. You were always an exceptionally capable soldier, even back in the military academy. If you hadn't had the misfortune of being caught up in my foolishness, you would probably be a field officer by now. I'm truly sorry about what I did to you. Please don't get me wrong, Colonel. I don't in any way blame you or harbor resentment for what you did. You thought about what was best for this country more than anyone else I know. Your patriotism was genuine and heartfelt. I don't regret following you at all. I'm honored that I could. It's certainly true that doing so has become a significant obstacle in my chances of promotion, but I couldn't care less about that. As long as I can continue to serve in the military, to serve the country I love with all my heart, I'm happy. Know that I harbor no ill feelings towards you regarding the past. But what are you doing now? You used to worry for this country's future more than any of us. You care for it more than any other. Yet instead of picking yourself up and trying to work for your nation again, you left the army behind. And now you're running some sort of company that deals with the rich. Just what happened to your patriotism? I beg of you, return to the military. You're a capable man. Those skills of yours will be a valuable asset to the force, and it's where you should be using them. Sorry, Sender. I cannot ever return to the army again. Why? Why, Colonel? You've repented more than enough for your actions. Both General Morgan and Brigadier General Bright actively desire your return. I and all the other soldiers in my position would be overjoyed to have you in our ranks again. So why? Why do you look at me with that sad expression and tell me it's not possible? Why would you apologize to me? Make no mistake, Sender. I haven't abandoned my love for my country. It burns as brightly in my heart as it ever did. What I did was truly terrible. I organized a coup d'etat, destabilizing this nation and disrupting the lives of countless people. Thanks to the help of those around me, I was able to realize what a foolish mistake I made. And yet, in my heart, I feel exactly the same way I always did. I'm not sure what you mean. In spite of all that happened, my love for my country is unchanged. I still feel the blind desire to do anything I can to aid LeBurl, no matter how reckless or dangerous it may be. I'm the same man I was when I plotted that coup d'etat. Not a thing has changed. That thought, Sender, terrifies me. Then, you didn't leave the military because you had lost your love for your country? You're saying you left it because you still love your country? Forgive me, I have no right to be making excuses to you and trying to justify myself. Not after I dragged all of you down with me and ruined your lives forever. I truly am sorry for what I did to all of you, and for what I did to you and all the members of the division. You. No, you. Please don't misunderstand me. I didn't leave the army in an attempt to run from my own weakness, nor did I leave it because I was ashamed of the treatment I received for my actions. After what happened, I thought long and hard about what I should have done instead of what I did, trying to work out where I'd gone wrong. As I did that, I noticed something vitally important that I had failed to realize up until that point. After setting up the intelligence division, I began gathering information and using it to protect LeBurl. Yet thinking about it now, I didn't know the first thing about the nature of information at the time. Information isn't something that exists alone. It only exists when people use it and see it as something of worth. Furthermore, the value of that information can change radically, depending on the position and perspective of those who look at it. I can't help but wonder if overlooking this simple fact was what caused my patriotism to start to become more of a force for harm than good. Somewhere along the line, I started to believe that only information I saw as valuable was of any importance. And as a result, I ended up wanting power in order to compensate for the weakness of my own heart. Thinking back, I think what I really needed was a different perspective through which to view information, one separate from the military. One that doesn't see a country or people's way of life as a system, or as numbers and absolutes. I needed to be collecting information that was disadvantageous to LeBurl, too, rather than cast it all aside. I needed to view us and the surrounding nations in a variety of lights while collecting a wide variety of information from a freer perspective. So you believe the company you're running now is capable of doing that? Yes, I do. I can't say for sure that this will allow me to avoid repeating my past mistakes. Perhaps there was something more important that I should have been doing before giving thought to any of this to begin with, words. But in the end, I came to the conclusion that LeBurl needs a fresh perspective, and I then resolved to leave the army. If it needs a means to gather intel, I can make another intelligence division. That is for Brigadier General Bright to worry about, not me. Still, the civilian population has no such group or organization. It's never had one. I doubt anyone in the civilian world has ever thought to create one in order to gather and accurately analyze information either. That was why I, as a civilian like every other, chose to establish RNA research, believing that I am the right person to be the first to do so. You truly don't have any intention of returning to the military, do you? If I said there wasn't a part of me that longed to return to my days of active service, I would be lying. But I'm hoping that through this, I'll be able to become another eye by which to support this nation. And I see my current occupation as a new way to show my love for my country. I wonder if that makes any sense. You're a coward. No doubt every word you're saying is objectively correct. That's how you've always been. There's never been room for rebuttal in your arguments. But Colonel, you're also no longer the man who swore to forge his country's future with his own 2 hands. Goodbye, Colonel. We will never meet again. Incredible doubt. I'm sure us, the player, will never see Sendo again. That's not true. That's not true at all, Sender. I've chosen the path I now walk, believing it to be right, certainly. But even I don't know for sure if what I'm doing is correct. Even now, I'm terrified of the possibility that I might be making the wrong choice. I worry the road I walk might be the makings of yet another grave mistake. I just don't have the same power that Brigadier General Bright does. I really am hopeless. Sir, you didn't have to come out here in the rain. We should return to the office. You'll catch a cold staying out here much longer. I'm sure he's just having trouble coming to terms with his new life too. He just can't forget the fervent enthusiasm of the intelligence division, as if he doesn't feel like he belongs in the world that comes after it. The day will eventually come when he will be able to understand what you said. That's exactly what happened to me, you know. True enough, I suppose. You're right. Shall we be going then, Kanan? Yes, sir.